All right, everyone, welcome back. Zeke, I got to talk to you about something.
Okay. I like some things.
I don't think you're going to like something. Ko knows what I'm about to talk to you about.
Are you?
Oh, I know. Okay. I thought you were all serious. So I was just going to go chill out and drink some beer, but I want to watch this.
Zeke, coming to your house soon, you'll be getting a gift from me.
No, I don't want it. I know what it is and I don't want it. I've seen the chat talk about it.
They're on the way.
I don't want them.
If you deny the package, I will send more.
Oh my
You're
God.
free to do whatever you want. I'm happy to announce that the itmeJP crew socks are now live for the next 7 days, 8 hours, 24 minutes, and 51 seconds. You too can own a pair of socks with my face on it.
Hold on. They're $15 socks.
They're $14, sir. $14, sir.
Oh, $14. Sorry, I
If
can't.
you want an overpriced pair of bad socks with JP's face on them, look no further.
You know what? I am actually looking for another man sock, if you know what I mean.
Look,
So I'll use them for that.
look, Zeke, you're welcome
You
to
could
do.
fill JP's face with
Yeah, you can do whatever you want to them, Zeke, for
But my mic cut
$14.
out.
That's your own prerogative. All right.
Right on. Okay, so you're sending them to me?
Yes, they will be sent to you. As soon as we get off the show, I'll go ahead and purchase them.
Perfect. Well, then I will send you a gift of my own then, of
Okay.
equal quality.
Okay, and we need to sell. If we don't meet the limit of 20, I'll send you 19 pair because one's already been sold. But we need 20 of them to
if we
sell.
don't hit the goal of 20.
I'll sell. I'll buy 19 and share with you some of those as well.
So just out of curiosity, is this the whole, have you ever, that feeling when you want to do something funny but know it's a terrible business decision?
Oh, 100%. Look, this is a 24-hour turnaround. This is one of those emails that I got where you're just like, fucking no, of course I don't want to do. I got an email yesterday. It's like, hey, we're from this website called Backdrop, and we've done some custom socks for a lot of other creators.
Oh yeah, I got the same email.
yeah,
I'm still
and-
deciding what I want to put on my socks.
If you would like to do a deal with us, we'd love to talk with you. And I immediately thought, what if we put itmeJP Happy on there? And they were just like, you want to put this on a sock? And I said, yes.
And they
go-
responded with, are you sure?
and they said, do you have a higher resolution image to? No, just step and repeat it on the sock, and it'll work out. Okay. All
You
right.
didn't even give him like a 112?
It's like a 640 by 316 or something.
Oh, okay.
I gave him the original picture that it came from, and so yeah, there you go. These are on sale now for the next 7 days, 8 hours, and 22 minutes and 18 seconds.
Hey, chat, collector's item.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
Huh? Right here?
If you
Yeah.
if you bring these to TwitchCon, I'll sign them.
Only $14
And
and
and for you freaks out there, I'll wear them for a day, and you can have them back.
And he'll wear them on his feet and or other appendages for an entire day.
There you go. There you go. 100%.
Oh, that is one of the worst things I've ever seen.
That look, the thing is that there's no loss here for me in a business sense. It's literally just a gag, and my face will forever be immortalized on my entire sock drawer for the entire rest. I'm gonna buy like 300 pair of these, so that when I'm 70 years old, I can pull a new sock out and be like, those are the good old days, and I'll give them to my grandchildren every year for their birthdays. And
Oh my God, they're gonna be the crazy Uncle J or crazy Grandpa JP.
that'll be great.
Oh my God, I'm
I'm giving them to my family for everyone's getting fucking socks for Christmas. It's gonna be great.
I live in Montana, so there's a lot of ranches. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wear your socks and I'm gonna go out to a cow pasture and walk around for an hour. Get it all nice and shitty.
Yeah, great. Just make sure you add the link in the video. That's all I care about.
There you go. Yeah,
That's all I care about.
I'll make sure I'll periscope it.
There you go. There you go. All right. That's the gag. That's all I got for this week.
Great.
What have you guys been playing? Zeke, we'll start with you. What have you been up to?
Let's see. What did I play? I played we already talked about the We Happy Few. What did I play recently? I played some indie games.
I see some Doom. You played a little bit of Doom.
Played Doom yesterday for a full cast, and that, dude, that is it's metal as fuck.
Yeah.
So like it's right up my alley. It's great. The challenge is good. Like I'm only doing it on ultra violence because I didn't want to beat my head against the wall.
Frustrated, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not an FPS really guy. I mean, it's difficult enough as it is, like on ultra violence, where I mean I could muddle my way through like Nightmare, but I don't want to. That's a challenge that would be no fun. This is actually kind of a fun challenge. But also like everything in this game is like on point. Yeah. Like the feeling, the style, the storytelling, I've been reading, like every time I pick up a codex, I've been reading all of the lore and shit. It's all really good. They put a lot of effort into like atmospheric writing and that kind of stuff. And it's also got like a lot of the classic shit from Dooms that you like. The combat is fucking fast and intense, and the music that goes along with combat is so good. Like the opening fucking sequence
is really good.
The opening sequence is
so good.
So, and when they end the song with the shotgun, like at the very, like they're like,
yeah,
and then the song's done. You're just like, oh fuck!
I feel like they nailed that 100%.
Yeah, they did. It was really, really good. I think I've only gone through the first 2 missions, so I'm not that far into it. I've been taking my time. I was trying to find all kinds of stuff. Like I would backtrack once I got to the place where it was like exit the mission. I would backtrack and look for the secrets and stuff. But the most recent mission that I did, there was an airlock that I couldn't go back. So I was like, fuck, now I can't get the secrets that I missed or whatever. So, but I'm going to keep moving on with that soon. I'm loving it. It's right up my alley. It's a lot of fun, and it's pretty hardcore with death and Satan and blood and stuff.
Let me just skip ahead to the VOD.
Okay.
I'll just do that. All right. Nope, you haven't gotten there. Never mind. I was about to say something. I'm glad I stopped myself.
I think I know what you're gonna say, and it's already been kind of spoiled for me.
Oh, it's a Doom game, so I think most people would kind of understand what's going to happen. But
yeah, you'd imagine.
Yeah, it's
a Doom remake. More
it's
important.
It's a Doom remake, yeah. In a true, in the truest sense, it's a Doom remake. Are you gonna try to finish it?
Oh yeah. Awesome. No, this game is fucking fantastic. Like like all the set, like the scenery is perfect. It looks fucking amazing. Like Mars looks amazing. When I walked into the foundry, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
This looks sick.
Yeah. It runs super well too. Like,
yeah, it does. And I'm playing a keyboard and mouse, which if given the option, I'll usually play with a controller because it's more comfortable.
Right.
But this one I'm playing with keyboard and mouse, and it's really, really responsive and forgiving for me.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah. I'm having a blast. And there I was trying to, because there's a challenge on that one where you have to try and do a death from above glory kill. And I was trying to make him get towards the box so I could jump on it when he's, flashing and stuff, and I couldn't do it.
This is one of those games that I got lost in, and I think it was probably where I kind of made my decision. But the game came out, and like new games coming out on Twitch do, every fucking person in the world starts playing it for that week, and that becomes like the main game on Twitch. And part of me was just like, I don't want to fight everyone else for viewers right now, and by playing this, and most of the time that's going to mean it's going to be like a viewer drop. And so it was kind of the main reason I just didn't play the game, was that I didn't want to have to rush through the game from start to finish in like a day or two, because after that, there's a fall off after the initial week where no one wants to even watch it after that. And then it kind of makes a slow resurgence in terms of viewership after that, because then everyone's experienced the game and they'll want to see how everyone else experiences it, or how their favorite streamer, there's a certain streamer experiences it. So with all that in mind, I just haven't gone back to it yet. I need to because I know that game was fucking awesome. And I know everyone constantly rants and raves about it, but I just haven't gone back to it yet. So,
Right.
what else have you been playing? What'd you do on? What'd you check out on Indie Sunday?
Yeah, we'll do Indie Sunday because Co and I and the New Game Plus team did a little bit of a co-op thing.
I saw that. Yeah.
Multiplayer thing. So we'll get to that.
Mondays.
Yep. But we're doing. I did. Quadrilateral Cowboy.
Okay, I know a lot about this. Did you like it? I'm really curious to see if you liked it because I think you would, but
I did like it.
Okay,
I liked it quite a bit.
I haven't heard about this game. What is it?
Quadrilateral Cowboy is very, very low graphic load game, but the good part about this game is the actual missions. You set up missions, and you're a computer hacker from like the I want to say like late 80s, early 90s hacker like style. It's all blocky Minecraft graphics, but you set up these like heists or these like hacks or whatever you call them, and you actually have to like you take out your computer and you like get into the system and you're like, okay, I want this camera to shut off right here. I want this door to be open for 3 seconds because if it's open for more than 3 seconds, the alarm sounds. And then I want this lasers to go down for 2 seconds. And then I want the door to open again for another 3 seconds, camera off again for another 3 seconds. And then you like hit execute and then you run like, okay, door open, camera off, laser guard off, grab the item, get out, door open, camera off. And then like, if you get caught in the middle, like you start over again. So you have to like basically like program like a heist and then hit execute. And then you try and run the heist that you programmed into your computer or into the system that you're trying to hack into.
This was something that won a lot of like indie game of the show and stuff like that at a bunch of PAXs years ago, or maybe a year ago. So it's kind of a big indie darling. But I have seen a lot of people who just couldn't get into it. They just didn't like the game at all. So it's very divisive, I've found.
I can totally see that. It has a very odd feel to it. What was that? I played an Adult Swim game that had kind of a similar graphic style to it.
Jazz Punk?
Yeah, Jazz Punk. Yeah. Yep. It has a very similar Jazz Punk kind of a style to it as far as graphics.
Style, but the game is nothing alike.
No. It's nothing like that. But like that's off-putting. Like that graphical style I can see how it could be completely off-putting to some people. It does take a little bit of getting used to, but the functionality of the game is there and it's good.
How much? This is like what, $13 I think on Steam or something like that. He says, not just Googling it.
No, I got it. Store page right here.
Oh, okay, got it.
$19.99. It's $20.
Okay, $20. I've heard it's about a 3-hour experience. Did you finish it?
Oh, I didn't know how long it was.
I think it's about a 3-hour experience.
Okay, I did 2.
I think you were close.
Okay.
From what I've been told. Maybe it's a little bit longer than that. Chat will probably confirm and or deny that. So I haven't checked it out. I don't really have it. It's not my type of game, but everyone that it is their type of game really seems to enjoy it. So
yeah, it's solid. Like all the like everything fits together well. But if you don't like the way it looks or it feels, then you're not gonna like the game.
Yeah. Cool. What else was up on Indie Sunday? I'll flash forward ahead here.
I played Human Fall Flat.
I've seen this game. Did you use a webcam to put your face in it?
I didn't know.
Oh, God damn it.
I didn't. I'm sorry. I should have.
Okay. It's all right.
There was a lot of this, me like figuring out like, how do I get it to save and stuff? It's not really intuitive on how you like paint your guy and get it to save your guy. I finally figured it out. And I ended up only painting the front half of him, so the back half is completely white.
So you only saw white. Yeah, let me get
through
that.
Half is like camouflage. Yeah. I fucked up his front.
That's beautiful.
Like, what was his name? His name was Horace Whiteback. Was what I named him.
It looks like Gang Beats.
It's Gang Beats physics in a puzzle-solving world.
Yes, it is totally Gang Beasts, without a doubt.
And it's actually like it's very clever from what I've seen. I haven't played it, so I don't know how it feels, but
no, it is fucking. Someone said it's exactly right. It's very silly. It's just a silly physics, rubber, drunken baby physics game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like,
But there's a lot to it. Like it's super early access. They don't even have that many textures in here. It's just kind of like blank white walls.
Yeah.
But how long did you play it?
I played it for a couple hours. Played it for
Okay.
2 hours.
I mean, it kept your attention that long, so it's got
Yeah, no,
some
there's
going for it.
lots. I mean, I mean, it being
I love that it took 3 tries to hit a button in front of you.
because it's not like it's weird trying to control this fucking dead like arm. It's like you're like trying to push a button with your arm being asleep.
Yeah.
It's like do it. Go.
This is some of the pretty simple stuff. It gets pretty like complex in terms of what you're having to manipulate later on. Like, yeah, here, perfect example. I've watched Giant Bomb guys play this. I watched Lyric play this. They all seem to have a pretty good time with it.
Yeah, it's super silly, but it's fun. The jumping is the worst mechanic, though.
Yeah.
It's fucking. I mean, the climbing is so spongy and unresponsive. It's frustrating. I get it. That's what they're going for. It's supposed to be like that. But when you're jumping from place to place and you fall down and have to start over again, you're like, fuck. Because you have to you have to tell yourself, okay, if you're gonna make a jump that's on a higher ledge, first you have to put your arms up, then you walk towards the thing, and then you jump.
Yeah.
And then
That's like real life, Zeke. Come on.
hope your fucking hands are like Velcroed to the top, and then you could fucking jimmy yourself up on the ledge like this. Look at this, like that, just like.
It's great.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's very silly. I don't know about playing a lot more of it because I get it. But it was definitely worth playing for the couple hours I played it.
Wait, do you make this jump? Oh, it's swinging. Okay, you should make it.
I think I do. I'm pretty sure I do.
Okay, good.
No. Oh, that wasn't the one.
Did you fall off prior to that or something?
Like, if you hold down the jump button, you like bounce.
Oh
Like
God!
Oh, there I went.
There you go.
Yeah, but if you hold down the jump button, you bounce like a gummy bear.
Yeah. I
So
like the idea too. If you fall, you start falling from the ceiling and then you fall back down. I like that.
Yep. You fall down, but and you splat. Yep.
Yeah. Cool. What was up next? Did you play anything else?
I got to tell you, this has a lot. It's early access, has a lot of
This? Oh, you're talking about this.
this. Yep. It's early access, has a lot of like glitchy things that kind of suck. No, you go back to the other one.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's Ghost in the.
Ghost of a Tale. Now, this is one, like when it opens, it is one of the most beautiful graphic.
Dude, holy shit.
It's one of the most gorgeous games I've ever played or seen.
I'm gonna go back to the very beginning.
The animal like animations and the way they like just made the animals look and that kind of stuff. It is one of the most gorgeous games I've ever played. The story it starts off really good. There are a couple of things that really, really kind of bust it a little bit. The guards are not programmed well. Like the people who are the enemies, the AI is not programmed that well. So there's a lot of glitches where they like won't stop chasing you. They'll be hooked up on a barrel, like on a piece of scenery, and they'll keep trying to chase you.
Okay.
And
Let me show actual gameplay.
in order to save the game, you have to be hidden, and you can't be hidden if they're still like chasing you.
Holy shit! Like the animations on the ears are insane.
Yeah. It's fucking beautiful.
How much?
That mouse is kind of adorable.
Yeah, like how much was this?
It is
It's $20.
$20. Yep.
That's pretty good, graphically. Like that. Some of those animations and just the way he's lurking around are like better than a lot of AAA
and then
games.
you can do a run, which you go on four legs.
Really?
You go, and it looks fucking great.
Was it Unity? Did it have any like pop-ups when he started the game, like UE4 or Unity or what engine it was?
Oh, I really couldn't tell you. I'm sorry.
I'm just curious because like the game's fucking gorgeous.
Yep. No, and there's the sneaking mechanics. You
Oh,
can't
it's made on
like,
Unity. Okay, got it. You can't,
you
what?
can't like kill anything. As far as I've seen, you can knock out guards if you throw stuff at them, but the stuff you can throw at them is pretty limited supply. So your best bet is just to sneak around them and or run from them if you get noticed. So there's a lot of sneaking, a lot of hiding, a lot of searching. There's a lot of equipment, like inventory screen, like stuff. Like you can get like the thief's set of armor or the minstrel set and that kind of stuff.
Right, right. How long did you like? Did you finish this, or you just does it
No,
have an
I
end
played
yet?
it.
I don't even know if
I
it has
played
an
for
end.
about 4 hours. I think. Ooh, let's see. They said 6 months. It will be in early access.
Okay, and it just came to early access right now.
July 25th.
Interesting.
So, yeah, it'll be in early access for up to 6 months. Very small team. One person does 90% of the art and coding.
That is kind of fucking crazy. That guy's gonna end up at a fucking AAA studio with a giant salary in a couple of years.
Man, it was.
If he wants it, of course.
I played it for 4 hours. It's even with the very, very annoying glitch bugs, like the guard bugs, stuff like that. Even with that, it was a lot of fun. And I also enjoy. There's no voice acting in it.
Yet or at all? Yet.
Not at all, as far as I know.
Yeah.
But I enjoy like putting in my own voices for them and stuff like.
That makes sense. Oh, we lost Zeke.
Did we lost Zeke?
I think we did.
Yeah. But
oh, he's back. Zeke, hello.
Yeah,
There he is. Hey,
There
buddy.
you go. There you go.
yeah, I never lost you though, which was weird.
Oh, weird. Zoom's been having some fucking weird things happen to it.
Well, Zoom popped up and said your internet connection is unstable. Thanks.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, cool. I had what are like the tools? Do they have stats attached to them, or they just have like things that they do in game?
Yeah, you see those little stars down there, those little white
Yes.
diamonds.
Yes.
That's the stats.
Oh, okay.
Yep, switching, and you eat food to regain health. You gather up a lot of different food items that you eat and
Crazy.
like stuff. Yeah. And it looks like there's going to be a lot of in-depth like equipment and inventory stuff.
Oh, I saw a little bit of the run. Yeah. Well, that game looks gorgeous. Well, I'll see what happens. It's 6 to 8 months, so next like March or April is probably when this thing will come out full. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully it come out full and hopefully they fix because the bugs were really annoying.
Ah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Did it run well?
Oh yeah, it run fine.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Ran
Let's talk about your what's the name of what are you guys calling this? Co-op Mondays? What?
Multiplayer Monday.
Multiplayer Monday. I didn't know what the name of the stream was. So, who convinced Zeke to play Evolve for 7 hours? And Zeke, why the fuck did you enjoy Evolve for 7 hours?
One word and it's a name, and that I've mispronounced all the time. Sacriel.
Oh.
He was my first introduction to Evolve. He was my first first person I played with on Overwatch, and he has a tendency, dude. I gotta tell you, it's not just because he's like a teammate or whatever. It's because I've been friends with him for a long time. He has a way of explaining things that I understand.
Oh no, trust me. I've talked with Sacre. He'll explain anything in great extent.
He encouraged me. He made me feel like I was actually an integral part of the team.
That's cool. That's awesome.
I don't get all the time.
Sure. Yeah. Like it's the polar opposite of like if you played with someone like me who's super hardcore and just in it, like everyone should understand this. I shouldn't have to explain this type shit. Yeah. He's the polar opposite of that 100%.
Right.
But yeah, you played Evolve. Like you guys played Evolve for several hours together.
Well, and also it was a shitload of fun to play, with Bike Man and Anthony and Co and Ellaheim and all these people. It was great.
Right. So talk to me about Evolve. Like, did you play when it first came out, Co or Zeke?
I did, yeah.
Oh yeah, I played it extensively when it first came out. Got 60 hours in the original.
Okay, so what are they calling it? Version
Evolve
2?
Stage 2.
Stage 2. Okay, so what's new? What do you guys think about it? It's still free to play, so any potential people wanting to play it, can you sell them on it? Is it worth to download?
Zeke, you want to start?
Yeah.
What do
I
you
think, I mean, I would say that unless you prefer being the monster all the time, I would say this game should probably only be played if you have at least one or two other people to play it with. That makes it fun. And you can also coordinate your attacks so much better. And everybody knows that winning is way more fun than losing. And playing this, even I was like, our team, me being a part of that team, was getting like 3, 4, 5 kill streaks and like win streaks.
Right.
But yeah, I would say definitely a co-op game for friends.
Yeah, like have you guys gone back and played it all for a solo experience? Is it still something you would enjoy, do you think? Or
I did a little bit. I played it a little bit before we played as a team, and my opinions on it are it's still Evolve.
Yeah.
It's like 80% still Evolve. I understand why they did the re-release, because what I will say is there have been a huge amount of changes to the kind of between round game and the perk system. They completely redid the perk system. They added a bunch of new heroes, a bunch of new maps. What we were talking about during the event is before Evolve was like, and the percentages of course are completely based on your playstyle, but before it was like 70% finding the monster and then 30% action. That's how the old Evolve used to be. And there were Evolve rounds.
It was boring as fuck.
The old Evolve, there was only one person that could dome, and you had to find the monster. And a good monster wouldn't be seen in the original Evolve until they were stage 3. That's when you know you were fighting a good monster.
Right.
Now, in the new Evolve, not only can every single character class dome, all of them, but the trackers now have an ability that basically just points you at the monster. And not only does it point you at the monster, it outlines them for the tracker, gives them a speed boost, and everyone on your team can see exactly where the monster is on their compass. It actually like shows a big red pie slice to where the monster is. So what they've effectively done is they've taken the like 60-40 of the previous Evolve and they've flipped it. So now it's like mostly fighting instead of mostly looking for the monster. Now, in doing this, they've also made some pretty important changes to the monster. Like you don't need to eat to get armor back. So if you just avoid the hunters, you will start passively getting your armor back, which is a huge deal because that was a big deal in the first one. You could just always follow the monster; they wouldn't have a chance to recharge. So the short answer is they've made some good changes. They've made the game more action oriented. It's free, which is big. And what we were all saying during the thing is don't take our words for this. If this looks at all interesting to you, just go download it. It's totally free. It's very rare that a AAA game of this quality goes free to play. So download it, try it. Don't listen to us. But at the heart, it's still Evolve. And when I had played it for the 4+ hours I played with the New Game Plus guys, it was definitely one of those situations where it's like the game was fun, but I had a blast because I was playing with my friends.
Sure.
It wasn't the game. The game didn't really grab me any more than what we played with, and I haven't been back to it, and honestly don't have plans to. But it's the kind of thing where the multiplayer Monday New Game Plus is doing now is like every 2-3 weeks we're all going to get together and just pick a game and play it. And we ended up having like more people than we could even field for Evolve, so we'll probably pick a better game next time. But it's the kind of thing where I'm probably not going to play this solo, just like Zeke said, great points. But if the next multiplayer Monday rolls around and they're like, hey, let's there's 6 of us or 5 of us, let's play Evolve, I'll jump back in. It's a fun game. But it's still Evolve.
I tried to talk to Zeke about businessy stuff on Monday, and it was like 3, and he responded like, yeah, well, I'll be able to talk. And then I think I reached out to you like 7 again, and you're like, hey, what's up? And it's like, can you talk? He's like, I'm still streaming. I'm like, the fuck are you still playing? Like, I'm tuned in and it's Evolve, and I'm like, what the fuck world am I in right now? What universe have I walked
Bugs
into?
Bunny cartoon with the triple.
Do I suddenly enjoy all indie games or something? Like, what's going on? So it's cool to see that you're able to stick with it as long as you did, because we all know that, like, when it comes to multiplayer and competitive shooters especially, that's not your jam at all. And so I think it says something for the game, and maybe it says more for the people you were playing with, that you were able to stick with it for as long as you did, for the 7 or 8 hours on Monday. So
yeah, and I found a character that I could play, and I figured out how to play somewhat decently. So I played that character for most of that. This guy right there, Blitz Markov.
Oh, hell yeah. That guy's awesome.
I played that guy, and Anthony was playing with us, and he was playing, I can't remember, it's a support character, but who has a damage boost that, like, he lasers the monster with a damage boost, and then I lay on my lightning gun on him, and it just melts shit.
Yeah. Is Markov the guy that has... Oh, no, he's the Tesla mine. Who's the guy that has the artillery? Is that the engineer or fucking...
That's actually, I think, a support or a tracker.
Okay.
You're talking about the guy that has the finger gun, the robot dude?
Whoever has the fucking artillery strikes. I remember I played him a lot. When
You're talking... Okay, no, that's a support character, and that's... I can't remember
He's
his
the old
name.
guy with the beard.
Shields, shoots, and then he shields a team.
Yeah,
and
he
actually has a different version now that has an orbital laser that follows around his cursor. So laser...
That's like the...
Wherever he aims, it slowly follows, like, Independence.
Yeah, that's like the Gears of War laser from fucking Gears... Okay,
that's exactly what I thought. The arc... The
Hank. There it is. Hank. Thank you, chat.
I'm trying to remember the weapon from Gears of War, and
me too. The Hammer of God or something.
Hammer of Dawn. Hammer of Dawn.
There it is. Yeah.
That was a fucking cool game. That area where you specifically get that was fucking rad. I enjoyed that. Well, cool. That's Evolve. Check it out. It's free to play. Don't take our word for it. Just go fucking play it yourself.
I gotta say, man, every time I hear someone say don't take my word for it, I hear Reading Rainbow in my head.
Yeah.
Don't take my word for it.
But hey, don't take my word for it.
Yeah. That'll always be with you. That'll always be with you.
I'm sorry. I thought the hammer or the big laser followed your cursor. Apparently it follows the monster, not the cursor.
Oh, that's
even better.
Card. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Great.
I guess I always just thought that because I kept trying to kill the monsters, so I thought it was following me, but
Nice.
Whatever. That works.
Ko, you've checked out some of the new releases this week. I'll let you take a sip of that beer and continue talking if you'd like.
Sure. We're good.
What?
But yeah, this week, let's see. What did I do this week? A lot of more 7 Days to Die, but we talked about that last week. We talked about the Fallout 4 Vault expansion last week, right?
You've mentioned it before on the show. Yeah. I think we talked about it a little bit last week. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Then also checked out, of course, you know it's bad when you have to go to your own profile to see what you played in the last 7 days.
Abzu. We got some Batman.
Abzu. Yes. Okay. Oh, and Journey for the first time. Both of those.
Oh, fuck Abzu for a second. Talk to me about Journey, and then I have a very, for me, an important question.
Okay. Journey was great. I went in, people kind of warned me about Journey. They were like, hey, don't go in expecting a bunch of game mechanics, like just kind of enjoy the experience. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'll do just that. I'll have some fun. I loved Journey, especially towards the end. Like I felt like emotions in this game, like well, I want to be careful about talking about it in case.
I think the statute of limitations is surpassed expired on the fact that we could probably spoil a little bit, but go ahead.
Okay. A little bit of warning. If you haven't played Journey, play it. It's great. But I'll be as vacuous as I can here. There were times in Journey when you felt things were happening or going to happen, and then it would kind of turn on its head and it'd just be like, yeah, and some of the end scenes when your ribbon thing gets super long and you're just like flying around and everything, the music's going on. The music was amazing, by the way.
Everything
I really liked it. And also the ending. I loved the ending. I loved the ending.
Wait, you've never played Journey, Zeke?
No.
Dude, a lot of people have missed this. In fact, JP, I asked during my playthrough, like, who hasn't played Journey? And it was just like a wall of no's.
It's
It was
console only, isn't it?
Yeah, it's console only.
There it is.
It's there's a remastered package on PS4 that comes with this, Flower, and a third game, which is I forget. It's from the same team.
I miss a lot of console exclusive.
This one of the most pleasant experiences I've had, especially when it came out. Like, I was over the fucking moon with this game. I absolutely love it. The question I have to ask, and Zeke, I'm glad we didn't spoil anything for you.
Hold on 1 second. I just want to let everyone know. I'm not hating on consoles, guys. I'm just saying, like, I miss a lot of console-only games because I don't play a lot of console-only games.
Right, exactly.
Translation, fuck your consoles, PC for life.
Yeah, stick every box or PS up your asshole, puke it out your mouth, and then
put it in my sock. Available now.
Available now on Backtrack or whatever the fuck that site is.
I don't know. I gotta learn the website for the plugin.
Well played, JP.
Backdrop.com.
Speaking of shitty products,
Cockblock.
The question I have to ask.
Okay.
And Zeke, I hope you play it online. Did you play it online?
I did.
Did whatever happens when you play it online happen?
It did.
Was it as big of a fucking thing that it was for me?
Unfortunately for me, okay, I got to be careful saying this because it's kind of a big deal and I don't really want to spoil it. Let me just say this. The thing you're talking about, for me, became extremely obvious the very first time that I saw it because the person I was looking at was acting the fool. Let me just put it that way. Gotcha. So I was sitting there for a second going, what is that NBC? Oh, you know, it's like he was making so much it was not making any sense that it could only be one thing, you know?
Yeah, I'm glad that stuff still happens now, like years after the game has come out, that it still happens. Because I played this the week it came out and was absolutely floored when that occurred, and I was just like, that is so fucking brilliant on so many levels.
So you recommend playing it online?
Yes. Without a doubt. Play it online. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like it's the one game where, as a streamer, it's like you have to play this game online. Otherwise, it's I wouldn't say a different experience, but it is maybe a lesser experience, is how I would say. But yeah, fantastic fucking game and a gorgeous one as well. Like, I don't want to jump around.
Oh my god, dude!
There's the one scene which for me will always be the best scene, and I think you're gonna do it right here. Zeke, turn away for a second. That is the best scene in the game.
Yep.
When you're doing that stuff right there. And
dude, I was just in. I
Zeke,
like that whole scene. That whole scene. I was just like, this is awesome. Yeah. Like, this is so cool. It's so pretty. Like,
giant grin on my face the entire time.
I was eating it up, dude.
Yeah.
No, Abzu.
Yeah, let's talk about Abzu because it's from the art director of Journey.
Yes,
but not the team that created Journey.
It's important to mention with Abzu, like, it's the kind of thing where the maker of Abzu has said, like, yeah, you can beat the game, but the game was designed to where you can come home from a hard day of work, sit back and relax and enjoy it. And when approaching it from that mindset, it's a really cool, enjoyable experience. I have not beaten Abzu yet. I played it for about 2.5 hours, I think. And I got to say, there already in that time been some incredibly cool scenes. Not only is every animal you meet either an existing or prehistoric animal, which adds a really interesting part into it because you see stuff that you'd never think actually existed, and then you're like, holy shit, it did. But the whole story, the whole kind of the subtlety of it, while at the same time, you know, you're going through these gorgeous environments with, in some cases, I felt like what were thousands of fish.
There's a lot going on.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh, this is nothing compared to some of the later scenes. Like, there was a later scene where you come out of this cave and there's just this giant school of fish, like in an orb, like circling around. And there's all these predators like trying to eat them on the outside, and you can just swim through it. And at one point, I just swim right into the middle of it, and just rotate my camera around. And I was just like in awe. I was like, those are all individually rendered.
Crazy.
Like, working off each other. You could tell they were all with their own little AI, figuring out what to do. They were reactive to the other fish around them. It's a really cool experience. Now, I haven't beaten it yet, and I gotta say that Journey is something special.
Yes.
And it has like a kernel to it, like a core to it that makes it really unique and interesting. And you can tell in Abzu that they're trying to recreate that.
Yeah.
And it's the kind of thing where
here's the thing, I think.
Yeah, this is actually it. This is it right here. Like, each one of those is an individually rendered little fish.
That's
and
pretty crazy.
You're like, I just go into it and I'm just like, holy shit. Like, I stop and start panning my camera.
That looks rough on stream
right
because of all the salt, the tiny little things. Yeah. I'm sure I want to get to that point and fully realized HD.
I just stopped and I was like, holy shit, man. Like, this is insane. And meanwhile, you can see the predators are like zooming in off the sides and picking off individual fish and stuff. It's really cool. But yeah, it's a really fun, really relaxing game. I'm wondering if this is going to become like a genre, like the kind of almost the game that you're designed. It's almost designed not to be played in a linear format. There is a beginning and an end, and it's there for people that want it, but you can tell this is just a game that you're supposed to explore and relax in. They put a lot of side stuff in the levels. You can't just zip right through them, but you can go and like release fish types, and you can get little bonuses and power-ups. There's a collectible of some kind. I couldn't really figure out what it did, but short answer is, if you like Journey, you'll probably like Abzu, and I'm gonna finish it at some point for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Any idea how long it is?
I don't know offhand.
Okay.
I've heard it's not too long.
Okay.
Yeah. I played it for, like I said, 2.5 hours. Now, interestingly enough, I played it for about 2.5 hours, 2.5, 3 hours. And you get to this area where there are these 4 kind of portals. And as you work your way through areas, you activate them. And I was, in my 2.5, 3 hours, I was at the end of the 4th one and had progressed into kind of like the next big section. Now, I don't know how long that section is, but there were definitely some major story elements that were being uncovered at that point. So, yeah.
Cool. You playing the PC version?
I am.
Okay. It ran fine and everything?
I recommend.
Okay, great. Yeah. I saw it came out on PS4 as well. I did not know it was on PC, but I picked up the PC version, so I'm glad to hear it runs well.
Wow. So apparently people are saying it's 3 hours. So I think I was
you're like right there.
Yeah, I was pretty near the end.
Well, there you go. There you go. Speaking of apparently bad ports, I'm interested to hear about the Batmans.
Loved it.
Did it run well?
Run great.
The Telltale series?
Yeah.
See, it's hilarious because this is the second time a Batman game has run perfectly for me. No problems.
Yeah.
And everyone else is
right.
like,
Yeah.
this is terrible. Let's start a riot and get the pitchforks. For me, it worked great. I loved it. In fact, it was one of the more fun Telltale experiences. It was definitely one of the more actiony ones.
That's
lots of fighting and stuff, which I really enjoyed. Some very cool new mechanics for the Telltale series, including like planning out heists and stuff like that. Technical issues aside, I had a good time. I liked some of the dialogue. Some of it was pretty corny, but you're gonna expect that.
I mean, it's Batman.
Yeah, it's Batman. But a lot of
you
it,
want to do Batman things as Batman, and if that's what you're talking about,
Yeah.
like,
No, I just bought this during the first segment today. The show day. I bought the Batman Telltale because I was reminded. I was like, oh shit, I forgot to buy that. So I've just been downloading. I downloaded it. And I just went back to the store page, and the first fucking review on Steam is, I run better than this game, and I'm fat.
Well,
Jeez.
actually,
It's like the first one, and it's got like 1,900 people found this was funny.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I will say, though, it is important to mention, I did run into one completely game-breaking bug. There's a situation where you have like 4 screens and you can zoom in on them, and I zoomed in on one of them, and it just would not let me zoom out. Like, period. It was, and apparently it's a known issue. It's with the codecs. So if you're playing it, all I'll say is wait to use the codecs until the game lets you.
Gotcha.
When the game tells you to use the codecs, you can go in, use it fine, and it's no problem. But if you try to use it before, which I give you the option to do, I've heard it pretty much freezes everyone's game. So that's the only thing you need to know to avoid the only game-breaking bug I had. Also, for me, it was kind of interesting because I am by no means a Batman guru.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of characters that I was introduced to, and I'm like, I wonder who this guy is. Blah 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 blah. You know, hey, this guy sounds interesting. Like, I wonder who he's gonna be. And I look over in chat, and everyone's like, it's the fucking like so and so. Like, that's this guy. How do you not know that? And I was just like, because I don't read comics.
Zeke, you want to talk? Go ahead.
It's only the first episode, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So it's only like 2 to 3 hours, something like that.
Yep.
Okay.
About 3 hours.
Cool. Because I was thinking I was actually just going to, because I got a few hours and I'm going to go meet some friends. I was going to play the first episode after the show today.
Awesome. Cool.
Highly recommend it, man. A couple little gotchas though. Make sure it works, and also the way you set your resolution is super weird. Like, I thought it was not taking the option for the longest time. You have to back all the way out to the main menu for it to take effect. It's not just like go to options, set your resolution, then hit escape. If you do that, it will reset the option. So then when you go back into it, it's back at the bottom.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah.
So what you have to do is set your resolution
and then go
all the way back to the main menu, and it'll ask you if you want to save your settings, and then it worked great from that.
Yeah, I figured that at about 10 minutes. I was just like, back.
Oh, yeah, dude. Dude, JP, that was the 5 minutes before my stream going, can I stream this? Like, is this bugged? Like, I was sitting there trying everything, and then finally
that is why I didn't stream it last night, because I couldn't get it to work, and then I went live with gonna play some Overwatch, and then I got it to work, and I was like, oh, well, fuck it, I'll just play Overwatch. So, Telltale games all about choices. I saw some dialogue options. Do you know what the differences are in between, like, what I'm asking is, like, how varied are the choices? Walking Dead had some fucking crazy choices. Is there something like that in this game?
There were some very night and day options.
Okay.
And I will say that it was a little bit weird, because at the end of mine, and I don't want to spoil it, but at the end of mine, there's like a news broadcast kind of thing, and the news broadcast is saying something specifically, but I made a choice that was the opposite of what they were saying, and it played my choice on the screen while saying I did the opposite. And I just kind of sat there like, but I didn't do that. That's not what I did.
Seems like a bug, yeah.
Yeah, so I was pretty frustrated with that. I have heard from some other people that there are some pretty meaningful differences, especially if you make some choices near the beginning about some, like, quote unquote, clean/dirty stuff, like what path you're going to take. But I mean, like, I was very pleased how my playthrough came out. Like, I really liked the ending that I got. It felt like it matched up to the choices that I made. But that being said, now I'm kind of interested in watching a diametrically opposite playthrough and seeing if it really is different.
Yeah, like a dark or kill everyone playthrough. I don't know. Like, Batman is in one way what Batman is. So I don't know, like, what the choices are that could be drastically different from, like, playthrough to playthrough. So maybe after we all finish the first one, we could talk about the different choices we made and see how varied it is. Did you happen to get into? Apparently, there's a multiplayer aspect or something like this.
Okay, crowd play.
What?
Yes. Now,
can
my
you
buddy
turn that
Bike
on
Man,
first playthrough?
No, and let me tell you why. My buddy Bike Man turned it on, and crowd play says it's meant for 4 to 12 characters. And what is okay? By the way, for everyone saying I misunderstood that last thing, I'm just telling you how, like, I felt weird about what I saw. Maybe I didn't like interpret it properly or stuff like that. I felt weird about what I saw. It said I was doing one thing. It showed me doing another. It felt weird. I'm just going to say that. Anyway, but for the crowd play, what it does is it says it's designed for 4 to 6 people, but I think Bike Man had like 200 people in his crowd play. And what it does is whenever you have decisions, it shows a little thing on the screen, and then it shows the people in your crowd, like, influencing what decision they would do.
Right. So it's like a fan poll.
Yes. Now, originally I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, right? But then I watched my buddy Bike Man, and who again had, like, 200 people in his, apparently. And it really felt obtrusive and distracting. Because when I was watching Bike Man, like he had the Batman thing going in the middle of the screen, and then on the right side of the screen, it was just names going up and down, up and down, up and down, like the whole time. Just these, and every name is a different color, and they're all colors that aren't really used in the game, like pastels. So I just found it really. I decided I was like, I don't want that distraction on my screen.
Yeah, I wish that. Obviously, it's not something I can ask Telltale to do for the 20 streamers that would use it, but it would be really cool if they could be like, hey, your fans can tell you what option they want you to choose, and then you could go with whatever option you're going to choose or go with theirs.
I think that's kind of what it does.
That's what you just explained. It tries to do that, but I feel like it's presented in such a poor way.
Now, also from what I understand, the crowd play people, and again, I didn't use the system. I think the crowd play people actually see it in real time. So it's not like they're acting on the Twitch delay, which is a huge step forward for interactive Twitch gaming. Like that's really cool. But at the same hand, again, I just like it. I don't know if the choices they made were influencing it or deciding it. And again, like just the frequency at which people were actually putting in their responses as opposed to when the decisions were being made. It felt like it was two different things. It was kind of weird. Yeah.
Well, cool. I definitely plan on checking out Batman. I think Zeke said he was going to stream it later tonight. So go check out his stream for that.
At the end, the Joker dies.
There you go. Spoilers.
Joker never. So it's all right. You can say whatever you want. Even if it shows like a bullet going through the Joker's brain and his brain's like splattered all over everything. Joker never dies. All right. Joker
I'm totally kidding, by the way. I'm 1,000% kidding. Okay.
What Oxenfree was? We talked about this on the show, right? We had a guest that I think talked about Oxenfree. Am I misremembering that?
Could have been.
Yeah, I'm trying. Adam was talking about Oxenfree last week. That's okay. Now it makes sense. That's why I remember this game. He seemed pretty favorable of the game. How do you think it is?
I was blown away by this game. I don't even know why I chose to play it today. I was just looking, like, this is a real dead zone in terms of games to play. You know, I just come off of like 5 days of 7 days to die, so I was kind of ready for a new game in the morning.
Yeah.
And I decided to try this, and I entered into it with kind of neutral, like, you know, a couple of my friends have said it was a really good game, but I didn't know if it was really my thing. So I was like, let me try this out. And I really hoped that it was, you know, something that would grab my attention. It really did. Like, not only did it really grab my attention, but it was a pretty unique experience. Like, I was pleasantly blown away by this game. Very fun game, lots of options, a very interesting story, at least to me, because I love that kind of sci-fi dark stuff.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of stuff you uncovered. I'm gonna do my best not to spoil a single thing.
I shouldn't move too far forward in the VOD then, right?
Yes. Don't. In fact,
because I just looked at the thumbnail and I was like,
yeah. Like, part of the interest in this game is discovering what the plot is. So I would say, like, in fact, that's probably all you should show, because some big stuff happens in just a few minutes when we move the next.
Yeah, I'll just cut it off.
I automatically don't trust the game because one of the main characters is named Jonas. So.
Yep, and that's actually a thing they talk about. Funny enough. But no, it's a really cool game. It plays like a bit more hands-on Telltale game, to where you're almost always given 3 options. You play a character named Alex, and you're almost always given 3 options, and each one is like an actually relatively well voice acted line. Voice acting was fantastic. The dialogue was great. I was really pleased with the game. Lasts about 5 to 6 hours, so most people could probably beat it in one sitting. And just a great sci-fi, not really horror, but kind of sci-fi thriller kind of thing.
Okay. How much is it?
A highly recommended play. I think
15,
it's
20 bucks, something like that.
I think. Let me check real quick. I think it's only like $10. So
$10 right now.
10
50% off.
Oh,
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. Did it just come out this week?
No. Oxenfree has been out since January 14th.
Oh shit. Okay.
It's been out a while. Like, again, I really don't know what made me decide to play it today.
Yeah.
It was super worth it. People loved watching it. Like, most of the audience watching today were people that had played it already. There were definitely a large majority that had never seen it, and they loved kind of seeing the story as we were playing along with it. There were also a large amount of people, and I noticed this because I always look for this when I play, especially older games, because this tells you if the game is good for people like longer term. Like you were talking about Doom, playing it months later, and how a lot of times, So this is a great game for streamers to play because I think everyone likes watching how they play it. Cool. But yeah, it was really cool. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it.
Before we get on to news, I haven't really been playing too much stuff on VR. Thursday last week, I checked out a bunch of stuff. This is the NVIDIA Playhouse, the big thing that they pushed. It's. I think I played. I mean, the VOD is what? I think I played 10 minutes of this.
Whack-a-mole. Cool.
Yeah, that's literally all it is. There's about 10 different mini games. Each one does different fucking things, but like.
Wait a sec. Does your VR always show 2 screens?
No, it depends on the game.
Oh.
And since I'm just cloning the display to capture, like this is the only method. That's one of the other things too that kind of sucks is I looked at where is it? So this is the Dota VR thing that they announced that they're doing for the international this week.
Did you try it?
I tried it. Yeah, this is what it spit out is this fucking little tiny window. So that's how people are having to watch it. For me being in there, I think I'm probably going to watch the fucking international finals through this because it's fucking rad. Like you can you can be up in the sky like this, or eventually you'll see here, I figure out on the controls, like you can go down to the ground and everything scales, including other players, because it's like a social experience. There's other players floating around in this world doing the same thing you are. And you see their avatar represented as like a Dota hero running around with 2 hands up in the sky. Kind of like what you're seeing here when someone zones in named Hans Shot First, using like the Lena skin or something like that. But in the map's in front of you, and then you just click on the map and it goes straight into it like right away without any loading. And then it has what's on stream up there. It's just a really fucking cool way to watch it. I don't know. I was streaming at the time, so like I didn't want to sit there and watch the game as I would if I was just casually watching it. But the tech behind everything is pretty fucking rad. I don't think it's gonna sell. No one's gonna be like, I have to buy a headset just so I can watch the international with the fucking VR headset on. But for what it was pretty cool. This is that Star Wars thing that I was talking about right here that was like 3 minutes long. And this is where you're just standing there with the fucking lightsaber trying to reflect.
At least the lightsaber looks pretty cool.
The game looked, I mean, it looked
just
good.
like waving it around.
Yeah, no, it's because it's fucking ridiculous. Like the whole thing. And then I think eventually, because this came out during the Star Wars celebration in London, I think they just make it so if you fuck up enough, eventually you're going to reflect a laser and it's just going to hit a stormtrooper so that they can shuffle people in there as fast as possible. And then I tried to like eat the lightsaber just because
I saw that.
like you got to like try to hit yourself or shoot yourself in any VR thing. What was after that? What is this? Oh, this was like I forget the name of this. The sniper game that I played. But it was pretty cool. You have to basically snipe. You hold the gun up there and you have like a little reticule. It was more fun when I laid down though, instead of moving around in a fucking room. When I got down like you would as an actual sniper and like
right
went like that that's when it was super fun. Like right here. But the game wasn't made for that. You're supposed to stand up and all that stuff. So I got out of that pretty quickly. Here's another one called Soundstage. If you're musically inclined, I definitely think you should check this out. You literally can build a 3D studio in front of you with all of the different things that you would want. And you connect like wires and stuff into different like oscillators, into speakers, into drums. And you can stretch and skew the different speakers. And it's got samples for all your different like drums, acoustic, electronic, synth, glitch, like all that stuff.
I love watching you in the corner because all we're seeing in the corner is you doing this.
Yeah. It's very hard to show VR games, it turns out.
Dude, that's cool.
It was fucking really cool. The music I created was abysmal. Like you could tell that I had no musical talent of any nature as I was doing this stuff because the noises actually caused like almost 1,000 people to leave during the stream because it was just obnoxious as shit on purpose. But the idea of like creating a virtual area around you that was like a proper studio was pretty fucking cool. And I would definitely watch someone who's like talented musically do this if they could do it well. So it might be worth jumping in for you, Co, because
that looks really interesting. What's that called?
It's called Soundstage. I think it's about $10 on Steam. Yeah, and you can even record if you have your VR mic hooked up, you can record your own noises and stuff into it and have those as samples to play back. And so you can do some
very common trick. That's excellent.
Yeah, like you could see, like here's me like dragging the wire out of the side to plug into or to have something plug into it so you can record it, which it feels really fucking cool just hooking all that stuff up. Like right here, I think I plug it into the shitty fucking drum and record the drum. So it's cool. I enjoyed that a lot. And then you can see like here's my repeating board that made just the worst noises in the world.
Wow, dude.
Yeah. There's the board, whatever that's called. I think it's just, what is that called? Sequencer. Yes, sequencer. Yeah. And you can make that as large or as small as you want. It's cool. And then the final game I played, which actually fucking wore me out, was this. It's called Unseen Diplomacy. And I don't like how it shows the game. Like, this is what is presented on your desktop. This is what I'm seeing here in this little like goggles thing inside the game, but it's full screen, obviously. I don't know why they would present it like this. I think because this is a demo they used at PAX or something. And so they had these on like big TVs or big monitors.
Well, let's talk about what we're seeing though, because it looks like you're playing like Bureaucrat the game.
Yeah. You're basically a spy, right? And the game, in terms of room scale, this is the best game I've ever played in that sense. Because what it does in the very beginning, if I zoom back to like, you'd have to watch it from the very beginning. But basically, you constantly circle around and you keep going kind of in a circle. But in the headset, you're walking into different rooms every single time. But the game is making you do a giant circle in your play area. And I lost all sense of where I was in the real world when this was happening. I didn't even know that I was it didn't feel like I was in my own room by the time I finished. And that's the only game that's ever done that to me. So it was a cool test of that, but is the actual game of it, it was not that good. I was not super into it. Apart from that, still doing WoW, fucking transmo runs every week. That's still super fun, and still playing a shit ton of Overwatch ranked, and I'm almost in the top 500, so that feels good.
I have watched more WoW in the last 2 weeks than I have the last 10 years.
Yeah. There's a lot of people streaming it. I don't even do it. Like, my character is still the base character that you get when you buy Legion. I've just been doing transmo runs every week for like, I don't know, 15 hours of stream time, and people are super into it for some reason. I have no idea why. That streaming world is so different than any other on Twitch. In terms of the viewers that watch, not that they're weird, but just the viewing habits are interesting, because people will watch you do old content not because it's enjoyable to watch, but because the nostalgia trip is worth it for them to view.
For me, man, like it's because I don't have the nostalgia. I never have, and let me be very clear,
right,
do not plan on playing World of Warcraft. But for me, it's the kind of thing where it's like, I love MMO hype. I love that feeling when something new is going to hit in a world that you've like invested in and stuff like that.
Right,
so
right.
I've been watching these streams just like almost to get that old school MMO like anticipation feeling. And I'm kind of commandeering that for my own hype, where I'm super hyped for these, like the next, I call it the big 5. There's 5 big MMOs coming out in the next 2 years that I'm super excited for. One of them I'm working on. Right. And I'm like hoping this will tide me until those start coming out.
Yeah.
Like it looks fun. It's not my world, but it's fun to watch every so often.
Yeah, we've got a DM group with like me, Tim, Lyric, Shorty, and Strippin. We're gonna be running like that's our core 5-man or whatever for Legion. That'll last, I don't know, probably like 2 weeks until we all get bored of it. Which is just kind of the nature of WoW and the nature of MMOs on Twitch. But we're all like we're fucking like, oh, I'm gonna do this, blah blah blah, and we're just doing that whole conversation, which I haven't done that in a long time, and it feels pretty good to be able to have that feeling about an MMO because it's one of my favorite genres of video games because I've probably spent, I don't know, 400 plus days of my life within World of Warcraft.
Yeah, at this
Literally.
point, I can safely say I am fiending. Like it is getting to the point where I am fiending for a new MMO. Like it's been so long since I've been able to just lose myself in an MMO. I can't wait for it again. I really can't.
It's pretty good. It's still WoW though. If you're not interested in World of Warcraft, then you know what. If you've tried WoW before, it's not reinventing the wheel yet. Wait till Legion comes out and then check that out. So that's really what I've been playing. I haven't had too much time to really diverge stuff outside of all the role play stuff we've been doing. So in terms of news, we can kind of talk about Overwatch just a little bit. They launched some new summer games stuff yesterday, and it caused a lot of shit on the internet. There's a bunch of people upset. Who would think people would ever be upset at Blizzard for doing something?
Content behind a paywall and people are upset?
Yeah, like that. It's unfortunate that is still surprising to people, but what are you going to do at the end of the day? Like people are going to find something to bitch at no matter what. But they launched the summer game stuff, and what that is they're crates that you can only buy with real money to get skins like this. I opened up 100 of them yesterday, and you get skins for Tracer that are kind of like Olympic themed that have her like representing England and stuff like that. And that's all it is. They're only available also for like August, I think till the 21st. And I don't think they plan on selling them again.
Damn shorts though, Tracer. Damn girl.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of cool skins though. Like I don't know if I can find it right off the bat, but the Genji skin is really fucking cool. Probably my favorite one out of all the skins that came to that. But yeah, people are super fucking upset about it. So much so that they DDoSed Blizzard servers last night for about 5 or 6 hours, and no one could play. I think that also might have been because a lot of people got banned for cheating.
Dude, the responses were some of the best I've ever seen. I could not believe some of the stuff I was reading. I loved it. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Like I paid $60 for this game, and the fact that I only aimbotted like maybe 50% of the time I played, and then they take that money from me. This is America, okay? This is America, and I can do what I want with my $60. And if I want to hack, I can hack, and you're not going to take my $60 from me. That is almost verbatim from what I read in something in Reddit.
It sounds about the line of thinking I would think a person of that nature would do. I
paid money for this game. I should be able to hack in it if I want to. That is like the reoccurring theme. And I'm just like, feed me your tears. Oh,
Exactly.
Oh man, it's so good.
So that happened. Apparently also any crates, I didn't know this, any loot crates that you get from leveling up are also of the summer variety. So if you don't want to spend a bunch of money, you can play a bunch of Overwatch and get those crates as well. That's it for what I've been playing, though. We'll go into just some news here in the final 20 minutes of the show. There's really not that much. It's kind of been like a dead week.
This is drought number 2 of 2016, man.
Yeah.
There's the cheering is now going to be.
Oh, is this just announced?
Tomorrow, the cheering is going to beta is going to roll out to all partners in the US and UK.
And something that got me I was going to say a lot more excited, but honestly, it's great that they're rolling out to everyone. That's awesome. But something that got me pretty excited is they're going to start doing the other ways to earn cheer stuff pretty soon, which is one of those big things we talked about could really add value to the system as a whole. to where you could like passively earn cheer to give to your streamers by doing other things that
That's good.
most importantly are not monetary.
Yeah.
That's got me pretty excited. So that's the
Definitely.
kind of thing where I think could really kick cheering into like mainstream.
Yep.
Because right now, to put it honest, I mean, we talked about cheering what 3 weeks ago now, 4 weeks ago. Not much has changed really, unfortunately. So it's kind of like, you know, but this is a good first step. This could be the first step we've been waiting for. And of course it takes time to put this stuff together. So hopefully this is them like taking this cheering system and putting in that value we've all been kind of asking for.
Yep. There you go. There was all that No Man's Sky drama. What were you going to bring up?
Did we talk about the Warhammer DLC yet?
We mentioned it last week. Did you check it out?
I did.
Was it good? Was it worth $20? No?
It's really cool, man.
Yeah.
Like it's cool, and it's got its whole own campaign and stuff, and the units are fun. In fact, some of the cooler units I've played, like they're these giant ogres that can literally just rip through lines and throw people around. Like it's really cool. But damn, is it hard to say it's worth $20?
Yeah, that's what I figured.
It's $5, man, at most. I mean, it's not.
I wonder why they priced it so high.
Because you know what? I looked into it a little bit more. Apparently, Game Workshop has been doing this stuff for a while. Like this is kind of par for.
Oh, I forgot that. Okay, say no more. You can stop at Games Workshop. I'm sure the licensing for that is out the ass, and so they have to recoup the money.
So the part for me that makes it the worst is that it's like it's really cool content. I want to recommend it to people. If you like Total War Warhammer, you'll love the Beastmen. But it's like, but I can't tell you to spend $20 to get them. Like that's not cool. Like $10 would be too much. Right. It's just an extra race to an existing engine. Like they didn't redo the graphics. They didn't do like it's I don't know. And considering I already paid $250 just to add blood and stuff like that, and it's really hard. $10 would be a top end, but I still think it should be like $5. If you've already paid $60 for the game, I mean it's
Huh. Yeah. That sucks. I still I've been meaning to go back to that game, but I just haven't at all yet. It's one that Total War Warhammer demands a very long gaming session, and I just haven't had time to sit down to give it one at all on stream. So I don't know if I'll ever go back because of that, but it's shitty to see that they're charging that much, but it's cool to hear at least it's cool content.
Apparently it's sold pretty well. I mean, there's a diehard core of Total War fans that are going to buy this stuff no matter what they price it. I hate saying it.
I think
Game Workshop knows it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they do. Otherwise, they wouldn't have said it that, right? They probably have numbers telling them to do that. Yeah. But I also will say that for Total War Warhammer, I think that was probably on Twitch definitely the most successful Total War game they've ever had, because every fucking one was playing it that week.
And it's a great game.
It really is. Yeah.
Dude, I'll be perfectly frank with you. I would not play a Total War game if it wasn't for that one, most likely. Yep. I haven't played any other Total War game but Total War Warhammer, and I loved the time I spent in it. Like, they hit it out of the park with that. I hope to see Total War go into more franchises in the future. Yep. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see a Warhammer 40K Total War, where like you are dealing with multiple planets at a time. That'd and having sick. Forces between them, and you could like zoom into the fights as they're happening and then zoom out into orbit and like go to other planets and stuff. Like, they could do so much cool stuff with that. And just with the units and the 40K stuff, like, I'd love to see that.
Yeah,
but
that'd be super sick.
We'll see.
And then I guess really the only other thing to talk about for the remaining minutes of the show is No Man's Sky comes out next week, finally, after what seems like 3 years of just fever-pitched hype. A guy got his hands on the game for $1,300 off of eBay last week, and
that was the worst thing that could have happened for them, man.
And told everyone. Well, he didn't tell everyone. He actually, and a lot of people were very upset at him for this, but he didn't say what happens when he got to the center of the galaxy. And I have to be very careful with what I say there, because galaxy and universe are not interchangeable there, according to this guy. So I don't know what that means and how all that goes down, but apparently it didn't take long at all. And apparently there's very easy exploitable things in the game to get super far along in that game without very much hassle.
Not only that, But the saving grace is that the guy, I read a lot of what this dude posted, and for those that don't know, he posted on Reddit, but then later took a lot of it down.
Yeah.
The good part is that he seemed to speak somewhat highly about the gameplay.
He did. Yeah, he was.
Good time with the game, and that is awesome. I know that alleviated a lot of my fears. But the worst thing they could have done, dude, is he said it, and it was bold and underlined. He got to the center in 3 days.
Yeah, 30 hours, I think, is what it took.
3 days. Like, people were expecting to spend weeks or months getting to the center of the universe, and this dude did it in 3 days.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's unfortunate.
A lot of people are sorry, not a lot, but he was also saying that there was no ship upgrades, and you have the same ship for the entirety of it, which is unfortunate.
A lot of things that scared a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like there's features that were talked about in many of the features. Here's the problem: the makers of No Man's Sky has released feature lists on more than one occasion, and sometimes they have differences. And he looked at all the different things that No Man's Sky said it would have, and a lot of the stuff's missing.
Yeah,
it's just missing. And here's what's even crazier: the No Man's Sky devs yesterday or today, maybe even this. I'm not sure when they release this, but they're already working on their first patch.
Yeah, they said that they're almost finished.
How it adds more content and stuff like this, and people are like, more content? Like, what do you mean more content? Like, there's arguments on if what you've promised is in the game, but now that you're saying there's going to be more content in the first patch that's months off, like, the last thing No Man's Sky needed was this kind of press.
Yeah. Yeah, and the worst part about it all is that the internet is going to fucking be just savage next week when that game finally comes out, regardless of how good it is. Zeke's gone. Now you're just a small head. I love it. I could adjust accordingly.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
No, I'm turning off his. You will be stuck in this position for the end of. Your chair's still there. Here, I'll help you out. There you go. Oh, Zeke's back.
Jesus Christ.
Turn your cam off so it fixes the cameras. But yeah, the worst part is that they're going to fucking just destroy Hello Games next week. And there's nothing.
Try it again, Kyle.
There's nothing they can do.
I'm going to be you for the rest of the time.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's nothing they can do about it, and it really sucks. Like, they're going to get fucked. So we'll see next week, because I'm sure everyone on Twitch is going to be playing that, and it's going to be
Are you guys doing the PS4 version on the 9th?
Is that Tuesday?
Yeah. But here, you know what's crazy?
I have Sir Scoots coming into town, so maybe I'll just use that as an excuse to only play the PC version.
There is now this small conspiracy theory working up, because apparently Valve is refusing to change the release date. And if you go to Steam right now, I'm looking at it, release date August 9th, 2016.
Really?
So, yes. So what the little Reddit guys are saying is that apparently Valve was promised day one at some point, and they have the gold, and they're going to release it anyway because they don't want to lose out on day one sales on Steam. So and a lot of people are like, no, Valve just hasn't changed the release date. Don't do this conspiracy shit. And everyone's like, no, they're keeping August 9th because that's when it's coming out. No one knows.
Dude, if Valve actually launches
good with release dates.
Yeah, if Valve actually does that, that's the first time they've ever been like, fuck it. Like, we want to.
I don't think it's a mess. But the fact that it still says August 9th on for a title that's this scrutinized and this many people are looking at,
yeah,
it's wild they haven't changed that release date yet.
Yeah, for sure. Also, Zeke, any words on No Man's Sky before we move on? You got cut off.
No, I'm honestly, I'm with most everybody else in the chat right now.
Yeah.
I was not hyped when I heard about the game. I really I didn't like the style of it and stuff like that. And now just hearing this stuff, I'm just waiting. I'm sitting here. I got my popcorn. I'm ready to see how many people are just going to buy it. And I bet it's going to be awesome. I bet people are just going to love it, and it's going to be stupendous. But there's a little part of me that just says this has been way hyped. I just want it to just fail miserably because I'm one of those cats. I just want to watch the world burn sometime.
Sure. No,
it's the Half-Life 3 effect, man.
Yeah.
It's the whole reason. It's the whole reason Valve is never going to make Half-Life 3 because there's so much expectation now that even if it was game of the century, it'd still get shit on all over the place.
Yeah.
It's like once you have enough PR, it's just it's like a microcosm of a downward spiral. Like there's nothing you can do.
Yep.
So
Yep. I also forgot that yesterday the Xbox One S came out.
I didn't hear about this. What's this?
This is the new Xbox One SKU, and it was also revealed that it's in Xbox or Microsoft didn't really talk about this, but it's a tiny bit faster, just like it's like 10% faster, according to I think is it digital
Faster GPU or CPU?
here it is right here. So it is the GPU clock is about 65 megahertz faster.
That's not 60 frames faster.
No, and the compute performance is a little bit faster as well, same as the ES RAM bandwidth, but it's literally 10%. Like it's very, very small.
I feel like a small kid. I don't care if it's not 60 frames.
Because they couldn't call it Xbox 2, they call it Xbox Ones.
What? It's always been called Xbox One. Was that a joke or?
Well, yeah, it was a joke. Ones.
Yes. Okay, I got you.
The 2 ones is 2.
I got you.
Xbox 11. Wait, what?
Yeah, I was like, where is he going with this?
It was a very, very poorly constructed
No,
joke.
look, that's why I was so confused, man. That's why I was so confused.
We tried, Zeke. We were like, wait.
No, dude, listen, it's all right. Hey, I'm gonna keep shooting free throws. Eventually, some are gonna go in.
100, you know, 100%.
Can't all be winners, right?
The thing, the only reason that I would pick this up is to get the giant fucking box off my desk because the power is actually built into this. And so there's no brick. It's just one fucking cable.
Sold.
And so like, that's why I want to just buy one and just
Yep.
get the fucking old one off my desk. The thing is that I know of like maybe 2 games that I'll buy for it this year. So I don't, it's probably not worth it. It's definitely not worth it. But if you're into
The only thing I use my Xbox for is exclusives, and they're thankfully really bad about that. So
yeah. Or really good about that in that sense.
Oh, okay. So hold on. Apparently, just random side thing here. Apparently, the guy that got to the center in 3 days exploited something that they're fixing on day 1.
Oh, wasn't an actual exploit? He was selling some sort of, so like a lot of the stuff that you would sell in the game would be like, 10, 20,000, stuff like that. He was selling some item that gave him 270 credits, or whatever the credits are. And that's why he was able to exploit so much faster, or sorry, to get so much faster, further along. So
that's a little bit better.
Yeah. The other thing
Did you guys already discuss how he got his hands on the game already?
Yeah, he bought it on eBay.
From who though?
I don't know.
From some company that got it early due to a shipping error.
Oh, okay.
That, like a lot of stores get games like weeks early, and so they have a chance to like set up their displays and stuff like that. However, and every so often one of them loses a few copies and they show up on the day. Whoops.
Gotcha.
Yeah. The other thing that comes, you get a new controller. I got my fancy custom controller. It has my name on it, guys.
With the colors on it.
Yeah, look at that. It's colors.
Multiple colors.
I got some colors on
Are those your channel colors?
Yeah. Well, they don't. You can't put in hex codes, so I had to go with what they had. So it had like some orange, and it's got orange there.
Cool.
And the other thing is the biggest difference for me is that right here it's like slightly textured, so that's the only difference between like a normal Xbox controller, not the Elite though. The Elite's much better than that, and I'll probably continue still to use the Elite.
I gotta get another Elite.
You broke it, right?
I miss it.
What did you break?
Yeah.
What game were you playing when you broke it?
Probably Dark Souls, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I should play some more Dark Souls. Game's pretty good.
Still haven't finished.
Dude, I have to do a speed run of Dark Souls.
Really?
Yeah, that's one of my few St. Jude goals remaining is I have to speed run Dark Souls to completion.
Under what time?
Oh, thank God I didn't establish one.
Oh, fuck.
Thank God.
Fuck.
Yeah, that could have been like multiple playthroughs.
Did you see the other day on Twitch, my chat was spamming me constantly when it happened. Some guy got through I think it was Dark Souls 3 with a no-hit run.
The Happy Hob.
Yeah, he didn't get hit.
Oh, he finally did it?
Yeah.
No.
Didn't get hit from a boss, a mob, no damage taken at all whatsoever in the entire run, which is pretty. That's pretty
I've watched him one time, and it was when he was training to do it, and he was on the Crystal Sage, the mage boss thing.
Yeah.
And he got hit by it twice and then almost died. And because he almost died, he got, I can say right now, I've seen very few streamers get as visually angry as he got. He like threw the controller down and was just like for a good 30 seconds, just like, and I was like, holy shit, like this guy is in it. And I later found out he was the dude that didn't he do the Dark Souls 2 no hit?
I think so. Yeah. He's done it before.
I later learned that he was really, really good at the game. So that's probably why I got so angry. But I didn't know that at the time. And I was just like, this guy's worse than Zeke.
Speaking of rage, my rage in Overwatch is actually gone down. I don't get upset at that game. Yeah. I have outburst, but the amount of stress involved in that game has died down somehow. I don't know if I've just gotten to a point where I'm comfortable with the game. Like, I'm not hitting credits button anymore and going down the list of all of the people in the credits and saying like, this person fucking sucks. This is the worst fucking art director guy, and then putting the name there, etc. So thankfully I don't do that anymore. It's been a good week so far. We'll see if that stays up. We're at the end of the show though, so let's do some shout outs and let these guys go because I think Zeke needs to stream some fucking Batman. So
Yeah, Batman.
you want to start us off, Zeke?
Sure.
There you go.
Hello. What's up? 4R time. 4R boys. My name is Ezekiel the Third. You can follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, all at Ezekiel_III. Variety streamer. I do lots of stuff. Want to thank Co and JP as always. And also Joseph J. Brony, as his Twitter would say, for being here today.
Card, that Dave Lane guy. Just a card.
Yeah, Dave Lane. Thank you very much for him to him for being on the show. I will be broadcasting the first episode of Batman Telltale game right after this. If you want to check that out and see how I go through it or whatever, that'll be awesome. But I'm out of here. Thank you guys. That's it.
There you go. Check him out. Twitch.tv/Ezekiel3rd coming up right after the show. Do some shout outs, sir.
Awesome. Was always a big thank you to Zeke and JP, and it was great having our guest on today. He was awesome. Big thank you to him as well. My name is CohhCarnage. It is good to see you guys. Also in chat, I just linked Happy Hobbit's channel. Apparently he got trademarked or something. It's now the Happy Hob. So look for that. But anyway, my name is Ko. It's good to see you. I'm going to be playing just all sorts of random games. We're kind of in a drought right now. Probably going to be checking out This Is Police tomorrow, all sorts of stuff. May start our God of War franchise playthrough sooner rather than later.
Nice.
Good time to do that, so expect some of that too. Also, we just launched Coalition Achievements for the channel, so you can now get achievements and stuff, all sorts of fun stuff there. But anyway, you can find me at twitch.tv/CohhCarnage, same names on Twitter and YouTube. Hope to see you there, and as always, thank you guys for watching today. We do appreciate it.
Fantastic stuff. Everyone going to be in town next Wednesday? Are we all good? Zeke, you're not going anywhere?
I'll be here.
Cool. Ko, you want to find a guest?
Oh, I will be gone the middle of the month though, because I'm going to Gamescom.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I will be in Germany for Gamescom on the 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th.
I cannot. Go ahead.
There's our next guest, right
Who?
there. Have we had Gears Art on before?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, we have.
Let's have him on again because there he is in chat.
I mean, he's doing a bunch of work for me, so yeah, we talked to him about doing work.
So, hey, Gears, want to be on Drop Frames?
Well, now we need two fucking guests. Well, at least not for next week, but yeah. I'm glad one of us is going to Gamescom and it's not me, because it'll be good to hear your thoughts on it, because you've been to the worst of the worst when it comes to just the sheer amount of people at San Diego Comic-Con, and I've heard that Gamescom is on another level from that. Are you going to be there during the public days?
During the public days?
There's day where it's like business days and the only like industry people are allowed on the show floor, and then there's public days where they open the doors to Europe, and it is just a fucking catastrophe
Oh,
of bodies.
I might not be then. I'm not sure.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I'm there for the English speaking portion
Yeah.
of our thing, and then there's 2 days where it's German speaking.
Okay.
So there's Saturday and Sunday that I will not be there.
Though, I mean, I don't know. We'll find out as we get closer. If you're not there on the public days, then you might be having a good time. Also, Dave's going to be there, so you should go out and get a drink with him, or maybe not. It's up to you. I'm just saying.
I'll get a drink with whoever, man. I'm not picking.
I know you will. I know you will. All right, let's go ahead and wrap, guys. We'll see you next week with a new guest here on Wednesday at 5 o'clock Eastern. We're out. Have a good one. Bye bye.